Okay, you guys, moving on. So I said we're going to do some waves, right? So let me get rid of that one here. We're going to use some white Apple Barrel acrylic paint. And it doesn't matter what brand you use, just use acrylic paint. And you don't want it to be shiny or anything like that, just a matte acrylic paint. Okay, I like to use this, scruffy brush. I got it Tuesday morning a long time ago, and I always thought it was too stiff, and I thought, I'm never going to do anything with that. You guys never throw away your brushes because you never know when you're going to need one. So this is a really kind of like stiff brush, but it works perfect for clouds and water. So the older this brush gets, the better probably. The only thing is I just can't ever lose it because I don't have another one of these. So I'm always on the outlook for one of these kind of stiff brushes again. I don't even know what kind of, I don't even know what brand it is. Anyway. All right, so let's throw some waves in here, okay? Let's throw some waves up in here. The other thing we're going to do, well, yeah, some little waves, little water waves. The other thing we're going to do is I'm going to be throwing some waves up into the whole thing up here. But I want to wait until later on in the picture because I might have some other things that I want waves to bounce onto. So we'll wait. Okay. And very fine here at the bottom. And a little bit of water in through here. Okay, so there we go. And that's how easy it is to create some water. All right. All right, so there we go with that. And then let's do some clouds. And I'm going to, let me see what, yeah, I'm going to come in a little bit closer so you guys can see these clouds. Okay, so I'm going to throw in just a little bit of clouds in here. There's a million ways to do clouds. You know, I want to try some, let's do some fluffy ones. Here's, you can go like this, and then take your finger and kind of just poof them out. I learned that cloud from Bob Ross. Isn't that a fabulous little cloud? And then you can just take your brush, just like you do the waves, and just kind of do a rough cloud. Like that. Cool, huh? So, we'll do another little puffy cloud there. We'll do another little puffy cloud here. And then, for another effect, if you want, before I rubbed it out, you could have just left the cloud the way it was. You know, you could leave it rough. Like that. We'll leave that one rough. You don't have to even fluff it out. We'll do one like that over here. You know what, this might look better as a, you know what, actually, I don't like that cloud over there at all. Let's kind of, okay. Let's leave that alone because I'm ruining that right there. So, this looks good. I think we're good with clouds. Oh, we can do some clouds right here, down through here. Okay, and we'll just fluff that one out. And we'll do this like right here. Okay. That looks really good. And you know what? I've decided, let's do some clouds on this bird. Like this bird. Cool. See how things come to you? Like you can just start doing things. Things will just come to you. Okay, I like the fluffy on the bird. So the fluffy cloud. So we're going to make some more Perfect. And then let's take the clouds right here and just have some right here at the bottom. If you go like this, just go down a little bit, it starts looking like there is a rain. So there's another little technique. So you just take your brush, especially if it's scruffy, it will make this rain right here, which I think looks really cool. Little rainy clouds. Just go down a little bit, and it creates rain. Cool. You know what, I'm going to make this cloud a little bit heavier. There we go. That looks cool. And we might, well, let me just try another little cloud over here on the bird. Perfect. That looks good right there. Okay. I just can't seem to stop on these clouds. That looks cool. I love that. Okay. I am going to stop before I get ahead of myself, okay? Those clouds look good. So, the bird really looks now like it's flying through the clouds. Sometimes I'll take an animal's body like that and I'll throw planets all over it, which I love that idea too, but I didn't feel like it needed that. Talking about planets, let's go back up. Let's go back up here. See on this watch face, there are a little watch here on it and a little watch there, like second watches or second little pieces of time, whatever. Let's make some planets right there. So what I like to do, did I not show you guys all that? Oh my gosh, I am so sorry, you guys. I was out of frame that whole time I was doing that. Okay, you guys, sorry. See the bird, how I put all those clouds in? That is horrible, you guys. I am so sorry. Okay, and that is my biggest pet peeve of why I use my mirror, because I don't want to be out of frame. So let me show you guys what I did. I took the white acrylic paint, and let me show you how I did these. I don't have any paint on my brush because I'm just going to show you what I did. I went like this, and then I went like that, okay? Here, I did this again, and then I went like that. I did that here. And then just poofing out, I go like this, and I just poof them out. Now, to get the, like, it looks like it's raining right here, because the brush is scruffy, I just go like this. Down, down, down. Down, 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 down. Down, down, down. And because it's a rough, scruffy brush, it will make that rain. And then here, I just took it and I went like this. Boom. 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 Okay? And that is it. So sorry I was out of frame. That was horrible. Okay. That's like my biggest fear is being out of frame. And then there I was out of frame. You know what? Let's put some clouds over here too. I feel like this needs to be puffy clouds right here because this little castle looks like it's just a beautiful little castle in the sky somewhere far, far away. So it needs to have white, fluffy clouds around it. That's what I feel. Okay, there we go. And we'll just put in a little bit of clouding right there so it just looks like it's coming out of nowhere. Okay. All right, so we went back over all that. So sorry about that, you guys. I know you guys were like yelling at me. You're out of frame. Hello. Okay. Now we're going to come in a little closer. Nope, not that close. Because I want to show you right here. I was going to make those planets, which we can come out just a little bit. Sorry, I'm driving you guys crazy. Okay. So what I like to do is I like to take the white paint with my finger and just make a little circle. And the circle's already there. There's a little watch face there. Like they have two little watch faces on the big watch face. I don't know if that's time and another country or East Coast, West Coast. I don't know what the heck that means, but I'm going to turn them into little planets, okay? And I'm going to leave this in, I'm going to leave this one alone, and then we're going to do some things, some big beams or hands coming off of this, because I like the way that time in the sky looks. So we're going to leave that alone. Now we're going to go back to our sky colors, all of these here. And we're going to take those colors and pounce them into here, into these planets. This is how I like to make the planets. So I pounced in some purple. Let's pounce in some blue. Oops, I kind of went outside of the line there. Thank goodness you can erase your little mistakes. There we go. Okay. And then, boy, I'm really using up the paint that I had on my thing. It's like ready to go. It's like almost dried up. Let me just add a little bit. A little bit more. Okay, so those three colors look wonderful. And I'm trying to think if I want this pink in there. Could throw a little pink in there. Throw a little pink right there. So then what I like to do is I like to just take my finger and kind of mesh. And wipe that off and mesh. It's just making a little circle. So when you do that, see how pretty that turns out? And you create yourself little planets. So, we're going to let those little planets dry and then move on to something else, and we'll come back to those planets because I have some ways I want to finish up those planets. A few things. But let's go on to the castle in the sky. I'm going to use my liner brush. This is my #1 brush, you guys. I love this liner brush. Besides that scruffy brush I was telling you about, I like this one even more. I use this brush all the flipping time. Okay. Let me make sure I'm in frame. I want to work on this over here. Yes. So now you know why I use that mirror. Because to make sure I'm always in frame. I don't have that little flip out thing. Because a lot of people ask me, like, what are you doing with that mirror? Like, it really bothers them. And it's so I stay in frame. Because you guys saw what happened. You guys were I'm sitting here talking and you guys are watching nothing because I'm out of frame. It's all right. I made up for it. I went back and showed you what I did. So, ooh. Okay. So I'm making water. So I'm making like either water or snow. And the reason I can tell if it's water or snow, I will make bigger drips. Water will be a little bit smaller dripping. So I'm just going to make this into water. And I like to make different levels of the water because water would never drip off a building the same, right? So and I do this a lot to people who've watched this process. They see me do this all the time. I'm all about the water. I love water dripping everywhere. It's funny because right now I'm listening by my front door. We have a little fountain, water fountain, and I can hear the drip. I can hear the fountain. It's really nice. It's right outside my art room here. And in a wheelbarrow right by the water fountain, I have a fairy garden that I've done, and I have to show you guys that. I will tape that here pretty soon. I just have to do some stuff to the fairies I bought. I need to put a little paint on them. So I kind of don't like some coloring that they put on the fairies, so I'm going to change it to something else. And I'm just putting a little bit more water driplets here. On here, okay. And then, is that gonna look right? I'm not sure what I want to do here. If I want to, to kind of, yeah, maybe I do. Okay, I'm just experimenting. I haven't really, yeah, I do want to do that. So we'll act like there's some snow at the top of here, and we'll just drip it on in. There we go. That looks good. I didn't know how this was going to look, but it looks good. Okay, perfect. I like that. Okay, and actually, drip that right in through here, right there, and right there. Okay, that's looking good. So I always love to put a castle of some sort in my pieces, because I just love a castle in the sky. So I do that a lot of times. I put little castles in. This needs to go all the way over, and so does that. Put some water in right there. I kind of almost lost my castle right there, but I found it. I love doing these mixed media backgrounds. I think they're just, you just can create the most beautiful, imaginative worlds that you can never think of. I think it's awesome. Okay. I think that looks so pretty. Okay, so let's come down here. I mean, so look how many things I've shown you guys already that I've done. I've shown you water, sky, clouds, rain. I'm making these little planets up in the sky, which I'm letting dry, which we're going to go back to those in just a second. Showing you how to do drips of snow or water, which this is water. So we've done a lot of things already. And if this is some work that really interests you and you're like, oh my God, I'm getting overwhelmed, you guys get a piece of paper out and a pencil and just start writing these ideas down. And then you don't have to do all the ideas that I'm doing right now. Do a piece and do 4 or 5 of them, because there's going to be more than the ones I told you. And then the next time add a couple more, and then the next time add a couple more. Unless you're really ambitious and you're like, no, I got it. I want to do all of them. Then do them all. And make up a few of your own. Make up a whole bunch of your own. Okay. And always be looking at different pictures, because I looked at a picture the other day and it showed me like how I could start putting like really like rolling waves in my work. And I need to pull that up on my phone, which I don't even have that in here. Wish I did, because I'd look at those rolling waves right now. Okay, anyway. And I want to add that to my repertoire of stuff to do in these paintings that I'm doing. Okay. So these window seals are going to get some paint on them. Oh, I just got my hand in that paint. Okay, I think this is looking good. I think that's all of the snowy stuff we're going to do. Let's see, one more little thing up here at the top. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so this is looking good. Let me look and see what you guys are seeing. Oh, that looks really pretty. Doesn't that just make it look so magical with all that water off the top of there? Okay, so next we're going to go back down. Let me look at my time situation. Okay, next we're going to go to right here to the planets that I made. And we're going to take a white Prismacolor pencil. If you don't have a white Prismacolor, you can use any of your colored pencils. You can even use a Crayola. But I would highly suggest getting yourself a white and a black Prismacolor pencil. Or any of the good colored pencils that are blendable. At least get a white and a black. You can get them at Hobby Lobby for like less than $2. Okay, so I am just taking my pencil and I'm just going around the outer edge of it, and it puts like a glow around the planet, which I think looks really good. It's a nice little glow. Let's do it right here. I usually only use like the side of my pencil, but you guys, I gotta stay in frame, so it's hard for me to use the side of my pencil with that. Anyway, but the thing is that you want to keep it kind of see-through-y. I guess the word is translucent, so you can see stuff behind it. So that's what gives it kind of its magical look. And hopefully you guys are seeing that. Okay, so there's that. So put a little glow around it. In fact, let's put a little glow around the entire, this entire watch. Because this watch can be a little planet itself. It's a planet that looks like a watch. That looks cool. All right, you guys, I gotta turn this for a second. No. So cool. Kind of puts a little glowy frame around it. Awesome. Okay, so there we go with that. And then what time do we have? Okay. So, you guys, my clock is about to turn out, so let's go ahead and go to part 3. And there'll probably be 4 parts of this, and the 4th part I'll probably end up doing a lot of stuff off camera and then show you guys. But what I try to do is touch on bits, and then whatever I'm going to repeat again, which is a lot of things over again, I'll do those off camera. But to show you new techniques, I'll touch on little bits so that you can do a whole picture like this yourself. Okay, so go ahead and go to part 3 and I'll see you there.